Good morning, folks. We are out on the lake. Look who came with me. What's up, Finley? Say hi to the folks at home. And look at this, 70-degree water temps. I saw 69.9 just a second ago. It's fall, folks. We've had 2 weeks of cool weather, lows in the 40s and low 50s, and then highs in like the 70s. It's supposed to hit like 82, 83. Got a little bit of wind out here, but full bluebird skies. I don't know what we're gonna do. We're gonna kind of idle around. My live scope's out. Got to get some new batteries. I'm gonna go lithium. This is the third trip where my live scope battery has just died instantly, and the battery's like 6 months old. So I'm super frustrated because I was gonna try to find some deep fish and do a little bit of live scoping, which is something I haven't been able to do for the last month or so because I've been fishing BFLs and the battery's been giving me problems. So I think we're gonna go shallow. I'm gonna look for a frog bite, punch and bite, and I think I might try to cover some water with a swim jig. We got just enough wind that it might happen, but we're definitely gonna check it out. The lake is super, super low. We haven't had any rain. We've had like one rain event in the last month and a half, so everything is super low. The vegetation's starting to top out. It's actually topped out. There is some bait in the grass, but I don't think the fish have made that move yet. It's gonna happen. It can happen anytime, and it's right there. So each time you go out, you gotta check that grass bite, that not the outside grass line, but the actually up in the grass, you know, the mats and stuff like that, because it can happen quick and you don't want to miss it because it's such a fun bite and it only lasts for, you know, 3 weeks or a month or something like that. And if you're one of the first people to get on it, it's an amazing bite. So we're going to check that today, and if not, we're going to get out a little bit deeper, try to run some of these grass lines, and hopefully we'll learn something and I will share it for you. Finley, what's your thoughts on the day? That's it, huh? Okay, Finley's excited. She hasn't been out in the boat with me in quite a while. It's just been too hot, but the leaves are starting to change. It's fall, y'all. We'll see what happens. Good fish. Ate that frog. Holy cow, look at that. Ate that frog. Saw a little bit of bait fish working up there, and I saw this guy came up there and kind of messing with those bait fish, and see a little frog up there and ate it like it was supposed to. It's the black frog. This is that SPRO Flappin 65. It's been one of my favorites for sure. I'm just fishing the shade line. Got a little bit of shade on the lake. It's middle of the day, and that's what we're targeting. So nice fish. Got him that time. Little sucker. Get him, Finn. Get him, Finn. What is it? Get him. Get him, Finn. What is that? That was funny. So I got the third bite. That fish hit it twice. 2 swings, 2 misses, threw back out there the third time, and it picked it up again. Just a little jig, just throwing a little 3/4 ounce, actually 3/8 ounce Cumberland Pro caster, little zoom speed crawl. A lot of different ways to catch fish in the fall, and that's one of the things I like about it. You can just pick one technique and put your head down and cover water, or you can just throw a variety of things and get a bite or two on just each different technique. There he is. Found a little stretch of grass. Got some fish in it, guys. There you go. Little frogfish. Man, you really got to hunt and peck. The fish are not in every stretch of grass for sure. It's just like fall's about covering water and finding the productive stretches of grass. You're listening for bluegill. There's definitely some bait in this grass. I had 2 bites right here, but I fished like several hundred yards of grass and never got a bite. So moved the boat, came to this little stretch, and I got 2 bites right off the bat. So that's promising. We're going to keep on working down this stretch. Hopefully we'll get a few more bites. If not, we're going to go looking. Just got to stay mobile. You got to keep looking in the fall. Covering water. The fish are usually really spread out. The only time I see an armadillo when I'm fishing is when I have my dog Finn with me. Finn, look at that. What is that? What is that? See it? What is that? Get it. What is it? What is that? What is that? Get him. What is it? Don't let him take advantage of you. Get him. Don't let him get in our boat, Finn. Don't let him get in the boat. Don't let him get in the boat. Good girl. Good girl. You scared him off. It's a good girl, Finn. You scared him off. You did your job. All right, at ease, soldier. At ease. There he is. Right off that outside grass edge. Right, good fish. Stuck him to the carpet, man. Nice fish. That was crazy. Just reeling it in to make another catch. You always got to be paying attention because that fish just sucked it in right off the outside grass line. Nice fish. Quality fish. Definitely a little bit of a frog bite going on. You just got to cover a lot of water. Got to be selective and focus on the mats that have the bait. That's the whole key. There's a lot of dead stuff, but you get in that one area, like this little area right here. I had a really big fish blow up and I caught this fish, and there's definitely bait. You can hear the bait popping. Came through a lot of stuff. There wasn't any bait. Didn't get any bites. So once you kind of start figuring that out, you get a little confidence when you're in the right area and you're slow, and you can slow down and kind of work the frog properly. And that's key. You don't want to hurry it. These fish are not aggressive right now. They're one that move really slow. And if you just go through an area really fast, they're just going to let it go right by, and you won't even know there was any fish in there. Got some bait popping right in here. It's always a good sign. Missed another good fish. Just a little bit behind that thing. Oh man, totally missed that fish. There's gotta be a fish in here. See bait popping around? It just looks too good. Got shade on there. Nice mat, riprap, wood, everything you could ever want. Gotta be a fish. He might not be on that side. Maybe he's on this side of the lay down. Got bait in here. Wind. It's gonna be right over there. And right there. There he is. I knew there was one in there. I knew it. Knew there had to be one in there. There you go. That's another one, man. It just felt right in there. It just felt right. There's bait in there. You got wind, you got rock, you got nice mat, you got all the stuff you need. And I just knew there had to be one in there, and there was. Oh, that's a grown one. That's a full grown one there, guys. Oh, he got me in the grass. God. Ah, I got off. Dude, that was a giant. Holy moly. Man, I couldn't do nothing with that fish. That was a pig. That was the one, folks. That was the one. Gosh. So what is your favorite frog? Leave it in the comment section. There's tons of frogs out there. Everybody's making them. I've tried a lot of them, but I have not tried them all. So if you've got one that you feel is extra special, definitely leave it in the comment section. I'm really curious because I got a little bit of space in my frog box, so I can definitely make a couple purchases to try them out. Today we're throwing, it's one of my favorite frogs. It's become one of my favorite frogs, and this is the SPRO Flappin Frog 65. And 95% of the time, I don't want to sound like Randy Blockett, everybody always does the, you know, the percent thing, hashtag clickbait, but really, honestly, From what I've learned, 95% of the time, you only need 2 colors. You need a black, and just look at the belly. The top of the frog does not matter. The fish see the belly. You need black, or you need white. Call this one white knight. This one's caught a lot of fish. So black and white. There's a few times where something brown or maybe something orange will come into play, but typically you can get by with white or black most of the time. Some things to look for, especially this time of the year and anytime you're frog fishing, is bait. You want to listen to the grass. You want to pay attention to the mat. Like right now, you can't hear it, but there's a little bit of popping going on right behind us, and that's bluegill and bait that are sipping the insects off the top of the mats. Very important to find those active mats, and that's just a high percentage area. Not saying you're going to catch fish in them, but there's most likely fish in there, and it's all about putting yourself in high percentage areas. Another thing that really helps with the frog is figuring out the cadence. Today it's been kind of all over the place. I've caught some just working it really slow and letting it sit. I've caught a few reeling it in. So you kind of got to feel, there's some days where they really get dialed into a certain presentation. Cover water, and when you get in an area that you really feel has the stuff, you know, it has the juice, you're hearing all the things you need to hear, you're seeing all the things, maybe get a bite or two, slow down. That's typically when I slow down. If I've got confidence in that area, and work that frog really, really slow, give that fish a chance to come over there and suck it in. And you got to find that area though. You can't just, I mean, you can, but you're gonna increase your odds of catching fish if you just focus on those specific little areas. Points are always good. Main lake points are always good, and that's another thing that happens this time of year. From what I've found, and let me know what you think. I mean, I'm just out here trying to figure it out, just like everybody else. But some of the things that I have found over the past couple of years with frog fishing in the fall is it seems like the main lake grass holds fish first. The fish get in the main lake grass first. So all your main lake points that are close to deep water, they seem to get fish before the stuff that's in the back of the coves. And as the water cools down, right now it's like 70. Well, actually it's 73. It's warmed up a little bit, but low 70s and high 60s is when the frog bite kind of starts happening, and it just gets better. It gets really good when it's in the low 60s and on into the high 50s. But that's when the fish will start kind of migrating back to the back of these coves and these pockets and stuff. But in the beginning, when the water temperature's still warm, it seems like these main lake grass mats are the most productive. And as the water cools down, you can start working your way back into the coves. And they'll get all the way in the back. I mean, they'll get in those really flat areas as long as the bait's back there. You kind of got to wait for the bait to get back there. The grass is looking great right now, but the fish are definitely not everywhere. And stay tuned for more videos, because you're definitely going to see some frog action going down. There he is. Little guy. Little guy. I count him now. Ate it like you want him to though. Look at that. Got it all the way down to the paws. Come on. These hooks are so sharp. What do you think, Finn? No lick? Got him. There we go. Fish hit 3 times. 3 times on the old frog. There we go. 3rd time is a charm. That was pretty cool. That fish just nosed it. I think it was the same fish. He nosed it and he kind of swelled on it. I missed him. I threw back in there and actually got him the 2nd time. 3rd time, 2nd time. 2nd cast, 3rd time he bit. Man, it's looking juicy right here. Shade off the side of a point. A little bit of bait in the area. Come on, fish. They're liking these little mats today. So these little small areas like this. Just got a secondary point right here. I guess you can call it a main lake point, but it's a small point. Just a little mat right here. Rocky, natural rock bank. little bit of wood mixed in, and there's just a little cut right here, and there's an armadillo right there. Pay no attention to that guy on the bank, but just a little cut comes out on this little, you know, I call it a secondary point just because it's smaller, but I guess it's just a smaller main lake point. But they've been kind of relating to these kind of areas. As long as there's bait, this is kind of what I've been looking for today. Look at that. Look at that, guys. How's that? That's a cluster, isn't it? Fishing's awesome, man. You just never know what's going to happen. You just never know what's going to happen. I don't even know what's going on. Okay, I got the fish. How about that, folks? A little redneck fishing there. That's crazy. I made a bad cast and it was over that tree limb, and I just let it sit there. And that sucker grabbed it, and then when I set the hook, you know, she went vertical. Fishing, man, that's why we go fishing. Just crazy stuff like this happens, and every adventure is an adventure. You just never know. That was fun. Poor little guy, he's been hanging for like 2 minutes. Let's get him back in the water. Look at my boat, I got crap everywhere in the boat.
How long have you been fishing this lake?
Oh gosh, probably 25 years probably.
You've noticed the island deteriorating? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely has. I'm surprised they didn't rip-wrap it.
Well, that's why I just don't have him, but they should have done it before it started deteriorating.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
some nice fish off of that.
It'll be gone probably another 15 years, I bet. There he is. Good bite, folks. Oh yeah, nice fish. Sitting right in that little gut. Fish hammered it. Swim jig. Come here. Right. Solid fish. There we go, folks. Nice fish. Stowing the Tree Track swim jig by Cumberland Pro Lures in the Ghost Shad. Man, this is a really good color for clear water, and that's kind of what we got today. Wind is howling, and I'm just fishing this outside grass line, stowing in these little cuts where the wind is blowing into. Just gonna run this pattern for a while and see what happens. But that's a nice fish, man. It feels good to get a bite on a moving bait, especially a swim jig. I haven't been throwing a swim jig much lately, and it's one of my favorites. In the fall time, it really gets good again. The fish start getting on the shad, but good quality fish. Happy to have them. That was fun. So this is a swim jig right here. It's got a, I love this head shape. It rolls through cover really well. Got a nice, probably about a 4/0 hook. It's really beefy. Got a nice fiber weed guard, and I just got a little Reactions Innovations little dipper on there. And this is just a great color for clear water. You know, right now this water is about 4 to 5 foot of visibility, and this thing just blends in. I think white's too bold, but something like this is a little bit more translucent, and the fish just seem to like it. It looks kind of crappie-ish too. You know, bass feed on crappie quite a bit. I'll show you what made me stop in this area in the first place. One, the wind's blowing in here, and two, I started seeing this bait fish on the graph. A lot of bait fish in this area. You got some fish kind of trailing the bait fish, just kind of scattered. But that's what I was looking for, and I found it. Little bass. That's a good fish, guys. Good fish. It felt good. Crushed that frog. What do we got? What do we got, Finn? Oh, yeah. Come here. There we go. Ate it like he's supposed to. Look at that. That's awesome. Another beautiful fish. Fun day, man. Catching some fish, having fun. Crushed it. All right, brother. Let's let you go. It was fun. Thanks for playing. I'll see you guys next time. Got him. Got him. Good bite, man. Let's go blue. All right, this is a solid fish. There we go, folks. Just gonna wrap it up, man. That was a lot of fun. Caught some fish, missed a giant. Thanks for coming along. Give me a thumbs up if you appreciate the content. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. But just fall fishing, guys. It's fall fishing. This bite's gonna get better and better as the water cools. Just about covering water and finding the right stretches. The fish just really wanted it. That's a nice chunky little fish. And we had fun today. Finley got to get out. She enjoyed being out. It's been too hot for her, and all these mild days has got her just wanting to jump in the boat with me. But subscribe. Thanks for coming along, and till next time. Beautiful fish.